Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing well. Um, the other day when it was Doug's birthday, I had shared a bunch of songs on YouTube and on Facebook. What I thought was really odd, and my topic today is finding leaders in our lives that are going to see the importance of not silencing any kind of communication within, like, especially the United States of America. If there aren't, like, state senators and Congress people that see the importance of what we could share from one person to the next, and they're trying to silence us. What I thought was really odd, and I'm going to share this song in the description. There was no reason. Facebook community said that it went against their guidelines. Now, the weirdest thing about the whole song, it's called Someone Special by Coldplay, and it's got Big Sean, the rapper, in there. In their video. It's a lyrical music video. It is a wonderful song. It's uplifting, like the main thing, the whole thing, when it boils down to the very last sentence, don't go to war with yourself. Basically, it's not the very last sentence, but, that's, the essence of the song, that you can be more than what you suppose yourself to be. So I didn't see absolutely anything wrong. There's nothing in that video or the lyrics that would offend anybody aside from a good, clean message. I mean, there might be dark cabal incantations within that song, and I'm sure there is. I didn't write the song, so I don't know the intent of the author of the song. I just know the intent that I had in trying to share the thing on Facebook, and they wouldn't let me, So I don't know if I shared it in his personal message. I think I did. I mean, he's heard it before, but I'm going to share it with you. Check it out. See if there's absolutely anything wrong with what I tried to share. And who is somebody in my government or a platform that is allowed to function in our country like Facebook does? What right do they have to determine a song that I want to share with other people, or words? Even if somebody wanted to tell me to F off today and wrote that on Facebook, they have every legal right, every right to say whatever the hell they want to say to me. This sticks and stones things, that words are hurting people, has gone way too far. It really has. I mean, we got people that believe in books that call other people cattle and slaves, and they're allowed to function within our society. Nobody's stopping them. Nobody gives a shit. Very few. As a matter of fact, most Christians see them as their chosen people to follow after, like they're some godlike creatures. It's really astounding. So what are we going to do, and how can we go about this? They say they're trying to stop disinformation, but they're the disinformation agents, and calling out these agents, the ones that do that with proof. I mean, when it's like Jason from Archaics has a saying, if something is true, there will be more than one. There will be several different places to prove the existence of that truth. Not just one area, but several. Well, the layers that the dark cabal has used to, like, hide truths within scriptures and the different things they've used to try and dissuade people from the truth. We know who the disinformation agents are. What I'm saying is we need to make it more difficult for these people to function in their daily lives. Whatever it takes, whoever you encounter, if they're doing a disservice to other people, make it known to everybody, you know. So, I don't know. Someone special, and it goes against their guidelines or standards. That's really unbelievable. It's just like when people like me were telling other people that I almost died from getting the swine flu shot, or Doug's cousin actually did die from this last round of trumped up stuff to take people out for that reason. A certain demographic of age of people, and we all know it's true. We watched it happen. And then trying to normalize things like little people having heart attacks, none of it's normal. So yeah, we got to stand up and speak up whenever we can. And the only thing I could think to do was to get on here and make other people aware that I tried to share a lovely song and they wouldn't let me. And I want to know why. Nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. But either their algorithms or their hired people, when we have actual streets in the United States of America that are being given over and sold to our adversaries, the Chinese, when the Chinese are allowed to buy the American people's land, we know we have a major problem in this country. It's all treasonous. What do we do to stop the treason? It is punishable by death. This doesn't seem to put any fear in the hearts of the monsters that are trying to stop the Word of God or the good people on this planet from having a pleasant day. They don't want you to excel. They don't want you to make more money. Why would they? If you make more money, they're just going to bop up the inflation, one way or another. And they can just print more. Then they're giving away billions of dollars to other countries all the time that we can't afford. So while another country gets to rebuild their country, we have homeless and starving people in our country that our country and Congress are not taking care of their responsibilities. They are not doing it. So you or I have the right to make a citizen arrest. Well, what do? Go into the police office, the courthouse. You can't get in and talk to Congress. God forbid you walk into the White House, the people's house. What people? Who's allowed in there? Surely not you or I. There's, I don't know if she's out yet, but there's a grandma that on that, January baloney that they said Trump started, and who gives a shit who started it? It definitely wasn't sane people that were climbing walls and destructing things. And they can try and ball everybody up into a group and say, like, yeah, you're a part of them, or you're like that, or whatever, when none of us really are. And it's all orchestrated by the same people. But from what I understand, from when that happened until now, There's still people in jail that they're not letting out. Even a little old grandma, about 70 something, I think she's like going on 80, is still locked up for going in the White House without permission on that day. Oh, I'm sure she was the biggest threat, you know. So. But then there's a man named Leonard Pilfer, that a Native American man that tried to keep everybody's water clean up above the water um, system of the Mississippi River, starting up by the Missouri River, that tried to keep a pipeline off his land that actually did spill and contaminate the land. He's still in prison. The feds followed him right to his property and arrested him for protesting on his own property. This man's still in jail. He's in his 70s and his family still wants him home. Nobody cares. Our government's as shady as it gets. And really, who owns this land? The indigenous of it. It's like the Aboriginals in Australia. That's their land. England has no business there. None. They can make all the excuses they want, but they don't have any business there. They don't have the right of the say-so of that country or those people, but they're sure pretending they do. How about when England goes in and steals every riches that countries have and won't give them back? They could be like jewels and crowns and glorious things that people had held sacred in their country. These people don't care. They take it and stick it in their museums, and the hell with the people that actually own that country. Well, I've certainly had enough. I don't like knowing that there's people that actually own this country have to give over of their spirit and their selves. You or I, we're a dirty dog if we say we don't want a war, we don't want to participate in a war, we don't want our money and our children's money that they have to pay for in the future going towards any of these armaments to help other countries. No, I don't. Food, water, housing, yeah, I agree with all that. I really do. For everybody. But armaments for anybody, I don't care. No, you'll never convince me that I want to pay for any of it. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel about it. So, yeah, wherever we see injustices, we need to point it out. And I think everybody should be watching people like Jason from Archaics. He has proof from ancient authors until now of the changes of the calendars, changes in languages, changes in history. And when you can prove it from more than one vantage point and great minds from the past, and it all correlates, the mathematics lines up, the proof is there. We need to call out the disinformation agents that are trying to hide our history from us and make it like we'll never know it. You know, that we have to put a stop to right now. Everybody, each one of us, wherever we encounter it. If you know something's not true, speak up about it, you know? I was just floored. It's like, someone special? Really? It went against community standards? What? Whose standards? What the hell is that? Like I said, I'm going to share it. Check it out. It's a great song, you know? Wow. Yeah. Anyway, I'm a little, I've got like a musty intoxication. Doug pulled out a cupboard that we're going to replace, and things are so old. I don't know if you know what like old wood smells like, but I've got kind of like a more sinus stuff going on today than I'd want to. I got to get out, and it's in the kitchen, and sweep and mop and get things ready for the new stuff to go in. He's going to build, but so I'm kind of a little woozy right now, actually, from the smell of old wood. So, yeah. Because behind stuff, you can't ever get behind like an old cabinet if it's been there for, oh, let me see, over 60 years, that type of thing. So, yeah. Or, thereabouts. Just say if it's been there for a half a century and there's cobwebs or whatever and you can't clean behind something, it's there, So. But anyway, yesterday he put up some wall covering on a whole wall in the kitchen. It looks just fabulous. He's going to be doing more too, so yeah, it looks great. So I'll do all I can to help him, but yeah. So I don't really have a fever or like I'm not choking or anything, but I can just feel the pressure on my sinuses because I do have chronic sinusitis. It stems from a lot of allergies. So I've always had it, as far as I know. I don't know. It's not really anything new in my life. It's just that I did have to have an operation to, I had, well, let me see, it wasn't that side. Oh, where was it? It's been so, no, it was this side, yeah. They had to fix my nose where it was broken, and because it was blocking up all the infection inside me. So instead of just draining like it should, I shared a doctor, let me see his name, I got it right here. Had a really good thing on chronic sinus infections. Ken Berry, MD. He had a really good one on sinus infection. I was just surprised. He's in correlation for some reason today with another doctor that I subscribe to, Sean Baker, MD, the carnivore doctor. I have respect for that guy. He got me exercising again when I really didn't feel good a few years back here. And I was used to exercising every day of my life until I got really sick. I had a stroke, broken bones, all kinds of things. I'd still exercise, but not like I started when he got me going. He was like, had a 30 push-ups, 30-day challenge. And I love challenges. It's like, okay, that won me over. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this. I thought he's not in his 60s, he's in his 50s, but I thought, okay, here's this 50-year-old doctor that doesn't really believe in a lot of medicines, but taking care of yourself through our lifestyles, like our food and whatever. So that got my attention. It got me going, and I still haven't stopped. I mean, I have my days where I'll go like a few days and give it a break, but typically I exercise every day, and yeah, that did get me going. So I don't know if you know, but yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, if you're in good health when you get older, that's the most important thing you can do. Stay strong, stay limber. I don't know if some of you might be into yoga or not, or I'm not strictly into the exercises of yoga like I used to be. I did it when I was like 15 and incorporated before they were doing Pilates. I was doing a strength exercises of a similar thing. That's what they call it now. I had no words for what I was doing with that strength bearing, weight bearing, using your own weight, your own body weight to incorporate your muscles for strength training, like lifting your legs, like lay down and lift your legs like 6 inches off the ground or all the way up, or just come back down really slow and then just hold it off the ground. Try that. That's a really good core exercise. Something like that. I've been doing things like that just naturally all my life, So, but yeah, Dr. Baker got me going again. Good for him, right? So, I had a whole group of people that, they turned against me because I didn't like the one guy's brother yelling at people when he was teaching them the Word of God. And he was teaching them it wrong. So it's like, okay, well, I don't wish you well and I hope you fail, And I wrote it on his page. Oh man, I lost like 400 people. I had, because they didn't like, well, what they really didn't like, and I'll tell you the truth, and don't take offense here, please. I would say most of their asses were probably about 2 axe handles wide, and they fucking hated me for it, especially the women. And the one woman in particular, I think she went postal. That's a joke. She's a postal woman. But, did an awful lot of sitting in her life, and she just didn't like me because of that. She didn't like the attention I was getting from the people she wanted attention from. She couldn't share, that type of thing. So, yeah. Some people do have like they can only have one friend. We can't have many, many friends and all get together. Like if you were at a party and you just loved everybody who was there. That's not good enough for some people. They gotta either single one person out, or like a narcissist, they'll single you out, but then they'll mingle with everybody. But as long as you're a wallflower and you don't dance or you don't mingle, you'll stay on their good side. But God forbid you go out and mingle with anybody. Even it could be the most innocent thing in the world, and they'll try and paint you like you're some kind of whore, even though that's their mindset. I've been through that. I was like, oh, because I do love everybody. I mean, some people I love them. I can't really stand them, and I don't want to be around them. But I'm not going to be cruel to them unless they do something to me. Then all bets are off, and I probably will. I might even plan something, you know? Not nefarious or devious, but maybe like a good life lesson for somebody. If you have somebody so stubborn in your life and they're getting in the way of other people learning what they need to learn, I'm going to do something to you, and you'll feel it. One way or another, I'll get you. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you, get you, get you, get you one way or another. Do you know that song? I'll get you. I'll get you. You know, Blondie. So yeah. So that's what's on my mind today is I just could not believe I couldn't share this. One of the sweetest songs to celebrate somebody's birthday by telling them they're special. Oh my God. I went against guidelines and standards, but my own government steals and lies to me, you know. But yet they have little committees that are going to stop my misinformation. Oh my God. I've got people that never were interested in science or medicine, none of that, health, any of it. I've got some freakazoid man wearing a dress that's the head of the Department of Health. Oh my God. This world's just whacked. Anybody else? You sick of it? Yeah. I don't know that there's an immediate savior on this planet for people to fall back on or rely on. I know the Spirit of God works through people, and I know that we are obligated to say and do things to help the next generation no matter what, no matter how we can do that, and to help each other do that. That's my concerns. That's all I can do. But to know that there's other people that feel the same way I do, then that tells me that there's more of us feeling that way. And they have to be scared. There's no way they couldn't be. I mean, they're treasonous. It's punishable by death. That's not a joke. Not a joke at all, people. You know? Would I want to take somebody's life? At this point, what they're doing to the generations and have for hundreds of years, I don't have any qualms about that whatsoever. If I could stop one of those monsters today, I would do it. If I could put them in a cage and say, this is going to be your future for what you're doing to people, yeah, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Actually take their life? Nah. Or mess with their soul? No. But stop them any way I could stop them? Absolutely. Well, even if I knew they were going to hurt a little kid and they were walking out a door down a flight of steps, I might trip them. If I knew they were going to hurt a little kid, I'd probably trip them. So if I can trip them up, yeah, I'd do it. No, I wouldn't, but I want to. Do you see what I'm saying? Where's the help? Where's the reprise for the good people in the world? The little people, that just fries me out. Just knowing that there's people in positions of power that don't care about your babies, my babies, their babies, even their own. They think they're actually doing something that's going to benefit the future of their offsprings when it's just the opposite. They're putting them in danger. Would you do something stupid to another human being's child knowing that those people could grow and take the life of your child because of what you did? That's a curse on them. That's what they're doing to themselves. You know? Well, anyway, I'm going to get this uploaded. I'm going to share that song. See, check it out to see if there's anything in there, any plausible reason why they would stop me or block me from sharing a wonderful song. I don't get it. Maybe you'll see something in there that I haven't ever seen before. The only thing I could see is that it was mixed cultures, talking about people growing and becoming their best selves, and I don't see anything wrong within that whole thing. I mean, they put out, there's porn, there's nudity, there's black market child predation, there's videos with little kids dressed up like adults and all kinds of weird stuff, satanic stuff pointed right at the kids through music and videos and everything. And something so sweet I was blocked from sharing. Yeah, I don't get it. All right, everybody. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Peace. Have a really beautiful week ahead. Thank you for joining me.